Hello dear students, welcome back to this video lecture, and in this video lecture I'm going to discuss a new paper pattern and the deleted topics and deleted syllabus of CBSE board class 10th. So as the examination of class 10th is coming nearer, it will be a second week of February. So you need to focus on English literature especially, and your English paper will be of 80 marks, you know that, and it is divided in sections. So sections are there, like a section first is a reading section, second section is a writing section, and the next section is a literature section and grammar. So these four sections are there and you need to focus on each section because each section carries marks. For example, here the reading section is there. Reading section carries how many? 20 marks. 20 marks. Reading section is for 20 marks. Then writing section, letter writing and analytical paragraph for 10 marks, 5. These 30 marks, and grammar for 10 marks, total 40 marks. This is very important as your paper is divided 40 and 40. Your book, textbook, literature part is for 40 marks, and reading, writing and grammar together 40 marks. Let's get started and subscribe my channel. Section 1 reading is there, and the topics are: reading means paragraph passages will be given, and two passages for 10 marks, 20 marks for reading. Very important question this is. And here what type of paragraphs uh, are asked? Question based on the following kinds of unseen passages. So these two passages will be unseen passages. First passage will be discursive passage of 40 to 400 to 450 words. Dear students, lengthy passages will be given. Lengthy. You need to read it because both the topics are based on comprehension and inference and interpretation. So discursive passage will be given, and here discursive means what? Only means any informative passage will be given. This is the first passage for 10 marks, and next passage will be case based passage. Case based passage means what? With visual input or statistical data, chart, etc. So like a chart or any data or pie chart or any statistical data like a numbers and figures will be given, and based on that one case based passage will be given, which is very difficult. I'm telling you, you need to practice solving reading passages, then only for the board examination you can solve it. Second passage also for 10 marks. First passage 10 marks, second passage 10 marks, total 20 marks for reading. Now length of two passages we are going to learn here. The third thing is total length of two passages to be 600 or 700 words, and multiple choice questions will be asked here, and all multiple choice questions will be there. Objective type questions will be asked to assess inference, analysis and interpretation and evaluation and vocabulary. So based on vocabulary questions will be there, even based on interpretation and inference. So these all comprehension based questions. So all these questions will be asked, and these questions are not easy, dear students. Directly in passage you will not get any answer. You need to stress your mind to find out answer, and based on your interpretation, based on your comprehension skill, you will be able to choose the proper correct answer for this question or in the passages. So reading section, this is the first section where 20 marks are there. Two passages, one passage for 10 marks, second passage for 10 marks. So this is the first section I discussed here, that is called reading section. Next section is here writing section for 10 marks. Those 20 and this 10, 30 marks. In writing part, what is the writing part? Formal letter based on a given situation in 100 to 120 words. Formal letter will be asked, only formal. Informal letter has been removed from syllabus. Formal letter will be asked, and one out of two questions is to be answered. So two letters will be asked to you, and one out of those two questions you can answer. But letter writing you have to practice, and you need to follow the format of a letter writing, formal letter especially. In the previous videos I have explained the format of letter writing. You can go through my video and you can check it out. Second part in writing part, Writing an analytical paragraph 100 and 120 words. Analytical paragraph, very important. How to write analytical paragraph, you need to focus on it because it is based on a given map, chart, graph, or uh, any data will be given there. So focus on that. Map you have to read, chart you have to read, or any pie graph or graphic designs or whatever they can provide you. And based on that, after reading the statistical graph or any type of graph or map, you need to write a analytical paragraph. You have to analyze it, and then you have to write the analytical paragraph. It is kind of information transfer only, so you can transfer the information for non-verbal to verbal. It is called a non-verbal to verbal because data will be given in non-verbal format, that is called a graph or map or chart. You need to convert that data into verbal format. Verbal means paragraph you have to write. You can make three paragraphs: introduction and main content and conclusion. These three format you can follow for the analytical paragraph. And title, if you give for the analytical paragraph, that would be the best thing. And one out of two questions is to be answered. Two analytical paragraphs will be given. One out of two means what? Only one you have to write. So one letter and one analytical paragraph, you if you write, so 5 and 5 10 marks you will get. This is the writing section. This is the second section. Now next one is a grammar. Grammar is for 10 marks, very important. And here, what topics you need to study if you want to score out of out marks, 10 out of 10 marks in grammar section. Tenses will be asked there, modals will be asked, modal verbs, subject verb concord, very important, subject verb agreement. You need to focus on that because maximum questions are asked on subject verb concord only. And reported speech, very very important. 5 to 6 questions will be there for reported speech only. And in the reported speech, commands and requests will be more. Statements also will be asked questions. And next one is a determiners. So determiners also will be there. Reported speech, focus on reported speech, especially WH question and SNO type question, and even all the commands and requests like a imperative sentence and statements, assertive sentence also you have to focus. Modal verbs, 2 to 3 times. Total 12 questions will be there, and out of 12 you need to attempt only 10 questions. If you attempt a total 12 questions, first 10 will be assessed. So that is important part. Tenses also you can prepare well. Modal verbs also you can prepare well. So go for deep. And even I can suggest you spot the error also, one question is there. So that is also important. You need to practice the spot the error also. So this is the grammar part. It is for 10 marks. What I explained, there is a 40%, half of the paper, 20 marks for reading, 10 marks for writing, and 10 marks for grammar. 20 marks completed. Next is 40 marks are there for literature. Your two textbooks are there. First flight, one textbook, and footprints without feet. This is the supplementary reading. So both books are very important. And the total prose are a letter to God and Nelson Mandela, and two stories about flying. Then from the diary of Anne Frank, that is also important. Then Miss Bill and Madam rides the bus. Then a proposal play, very important. Poems are also very important, like Dust of Snow, Fire and Ice, even a Tiger in the Zoo, and How to Tell Wild Animals, and the Ball poem, very very important. Amanda is also very important, and the Trees and the Fog. All the poems are very important in literature part. And then the tale of the custard the dragon, that is also important. And even for Anne Gregory is also important. From footprints without feet, supplementary reading, very very important. All the stories are important. uh, Triumph of surgery, then thieves story, the midnight visitor, a question of trust, and footprints without feet, very important. Making of a scientist also important. The necklace and bholi, both are very important. Bholi you need to focus because maximum questions are asked on bholi and the necklace also. And a book that saved the earth, that is also important. So literature for 40 marks. Even in literature, 1 mark questions are there. And then 3 marks questions are there, 6 marks questions are also there. So focus on that, very important. uh, you can use the, or you can refer the previous year paper also. So this here I discussed the paper pattern of CBSE board. It is divided into 4 sections also, and 40 and 40 80 marks. Now, some deleted topics I'm going to discuss here. Deleted topics are there from grammar, use of passive voice. So, use of passive voice will be not asked. So, don't waste time in active and passive voice. Even clauses are removed from the syllabus. So, clauses, main clause, subordinate clause, or all the clauses are removed from the syllabus. So, no questions will be there on clauses or use of passive voice. Even noun clause, adverb clause, and relative clause will not be asked there. And from literature also some topics are removed, that from first flight 100 dresses and 100 dresses part 1 part 2 removed, and poetry animals also is removed, and footprints without feet from that book, the hack driver is also removed, has been removed from the syllabus. So all these things are very important to prepare your board examination. Your board examination is coming nearer. You need to focus on English literature because this paper will be very difficult. So if you prepare well, then only you can score good marks, then only you can attempt all the question answers. Grammar, writing part, reading part, and literature, textbook, very very important. If you feel any difficulty, just do comment in comment box, and do subscribe my channel. This is Vikram Kharade. I will be helping always.